Whew.
And
I had some high quality H2O. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of 2 on 1. Starring me, Daryl Moon, it's me, this guy, hi everybody in TV world, and my brother from another mother,
Josh Price. Hello.
You know, this show is so dear to us, man. We talk about sports, life, sports, chicken wings, sports, and everything else. Today's episode, we're going to talk about the NBA. There's a couple topics we want to touch on. First,
National Basketball Association has given us the great joy that is discussing the dumpster fire that the New York Knicks have become. They fired David Fizdale, which solely from a record standpoint, I think his record, if I'm not mistaken, was 31-98 from the time that he took over till he got fired on Friday. Solely from a record standpoint, I get it. Anybody goes out there and coaches 129 games and only wins 31 of them, I get it. You gotta tell me nothing. But for you guys to fire him and use the fact that the roster was supposed to be a winner argument is beyond me. Like,
I have one question. Who signs 4 power forwards? Was it 4?
It signed Bobby Portis, Taj Gibson, Marcus Morris, and Julius Randle.
Signed 4
all
power
of which play the same position.
4 power forwards in offseason and expect your team to win. How, Sway?
And to top all of that off, after going out and getting all those power forwards, you draft R.J. Barrett and sign Elfrid Payton. Meanwhile, already on your roster is Frank Ntilikina and Dennis Smith Jr. So, 8 of your 15, 16 roster spots, half of your active roster is point guards and power forwards. How are you supposed to win?
And still, you have Mitchell Robinson playing the 5. So another big throw in there. Who else they had? Don't they have Ron Baker?
No, I don't think Ron plays for them no more. He had his run for them a couple years ago. I don't think he's on the roster no more.
Shout out Ron Baker.
You still got Wayne Ellington. Like who? How?
Like, how do you look at that roster and be like, you know what? We're gonna do something this year.
Y'all had the worst. Y'all had the best odds at the number 1 pick in the draft last year. You want to know what that means? That means y'all had the worst record in the league. Y'all take R.J. Barrett and y'all don't get any other talent of major consequence with him. And y'all are saying that like Fizdale was supposed to make y'all a playoff team?
First,
in what world?
First, they promised you promised your fans KD and Kyrie. Then after that promise, you promised your fans Zion with KD and Kyrie. Neither one of those plans worked.
Even beyond trying to get people excited about the cap space to get KD and Kyrie, you take that plan even further and trade Porzingis along with Hardaway and Courtney Lee to make more cap space for players that had never committed to y'all. Then Porzingis goes to Dallas and actually looks good still. Granted, he's not the Porzingis he was right before the injury, but he's coming off of missing 20 months of basketball, bro.
He has to get back in basketball shape.
Porzingis was the KD, to put this all in perspective, KD, y'all can rewind any YouTube clips y'all want to go try to find. KD is the reason people started calling Porzingis the unicorn. And y'all thought was, oh yeah, let's trade him away so we can make room for KD. Y'all lost your damn mind, man. The Knicks stink. James Dolan needs to sell the team.
Yeah,
that's all it is to it.
They
stink. They're going to continue to stink as long as he's... Giannis isn't coming. Hell,
I don't even think Spike Lee goes to the games anymore.
Bruh, Spike Lee's kids probably will never go to a Knicks game. It takes a real, genuine person to still want to root for the Knicks after what they have put y'all through for so many years. And to true Knicks fans, I extend my condolences, because what y'all are watching is not what a true NBA franchise should be running like. And I apologize to y'all for having to endure that for the past 20 years and what's going to continue to probably be another 20 years. Sorry to the Knicks fans, but y'all team stinks.
And they're losing a lot.
A lot.
But away with the negativity, let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
Because they're on a
not
streak
playing right
of
now.
streaks. Because Giannis is out here doing Giannis things. Like, I don't know how you guard Giannis. Because Giannis' confidence is at the point where he's like, okay, you're going to give me this three? I'm going to pull up. And I'm hitting.
He's pulling up confidently from 3-point range. That's scary to think about, bro. Like,
if this can get to a point where it's consistent with Giannis hitting jumpers, how are you guarding it?
It's a wrap for everybody. Not only are they on a 14-game win streak, Giannis is averaging better numbers this year than he was during his MVP season last year, which I ran through this a few weeks ago. The list of back-to-back MVPs is not an extremely long list at all. No. I think he would become number 14 or number 13. We'll fact check this and kind of put the names or whatever at the bottom once y'all see the video. But I think he'd be like the 13th or 14th player, maybe even the 12th ever to be back-to-back MVP. And at this rate, I don't see where like the ceiling is, because he's just now stepping into the confidence to be able to pull up from 3-point range. You know there's nothing you can do with him inside the 3-point range. I talked about them having a worse team around him, missing Brogdon and some of the other players that they used to try to patch up that Brogdon spot. At this point, I'm not even sure that it matters, bro. They're 20-3. Like, let's really put that into perspective. Like, the Lakers, we've talked and raved about the Lakers. They're 21-3. I will say that the Lakers have probably the strength of schedule, and maybe the numbers will tell a different story. I feel like their strength of schedules have been fairly similar. Milwaukee's probably played a slightly more difficult schedule with some of the road games they've been on so far. But Milwaukee do not look like they missed a beat at all. And if Giannis can do this come playoff time and not have to see Kawhi in his conference, probably looking at the Bucks getting to the finals for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, interesting Eastern Conference Finals matchup would be Giannis versus the 76ers. Because Ben out here shooting three. Shout out to Ben, man. You hit another one, man. I'm proud of you. Y'all been on a little up and down roller coaster ride. I don't know
what's going on with Philly, but
figure it out.
I think they'll be in better shape come playoff time, but I think Philly's also another one of those teams where it's really going to depend a lot on matchup.
Yep, because if y'all end up playing the Raptors earlier, it could get a little bad, dirt buckle.
It could get bad, and I just need them to figure out the Simmons and Embiid dynamic, man, because until they truly get that pinned down on the identity that they want, not only their offense to run, but their defense, it's going to be a lot of second-round exits, man, because I don't think Ben is the type of guy you can put the ball in his hands in the fourth quarter and say, go win me the game, because of the fact that he's still nervous when it comes to shooting the ball. And frankly, I don't think Embiid is that guy either, because too many times I see him taking threes when he should be on the paint and running directly through whatever brick wall they try to put up on defense, which a lot of those walls aren't bigger and stronger than him. So I think they still got some figuring out to do on the offensive end, and until they do, they're probably going to lose in the second round.
That would suck. If anybody doesn't understand what I just said, it would be bad.
Sixers also need some shooting, man. I can't name nobody on their roster that I feel comfortable shooting no threes with.
Call me. Because I'm strapped up.
Just saying, man.
I can give you a hot 4 minutes per outing. I'm going to hit at least 2 of my shots.
I'm going to do my best Deion Waiters impersonation. I'm going to come in for 5 minutes.
Is he still in rehab from
the edible? I don't even know. Somebody need to go check on Deion. I don't know what dude been on. I don't know what Deion been on, man.
Hey, Deion, what were you doing, bro?
Bro was high. He wasn't tripping off what That knows what was going on. My man popped that edible. He started feeling the pressure in his chest. He didn't know what was happening. He was on some future shit that time. But I don't know what was happening to Dion, but he said that was not what was supposed to happen off that edible, bro. But shout out to Dion for having that episode.
I'm not editing it out.
No.
But another topic we want to get into.
Yes, please.
We have to talk about it because y'all have been bothering me for the last couple of years.
Longer than that.
I don't. It has been long. I'm looking at life a glass half full, not a half empty type of guy right now. Houston. We have a problem. And y'all whining.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why? Why do y'all complain so much? Like you want the NBA to let y'all replay 7 minutes of a game that y'all lost, where y'all had a what?
So they had as much as a 20-point lead.
Good Lord.
They want the league to let them replay the last 750 of the fourth quarter when y'all played 2 overtimes after that. Nah, bro. Nah. NBA came out with a statement today that the game is not being replayed. Protest was denied, all that. Good job by y'all because guess what? We all knew it wasn't going to happen. Yes, they mishandled or misapplied the rule on the missed dunk saying that it was a basket interference. Okay, cool. Y'all still blew that lead after that. Y'all had the ball at the end of the fourth quarter. Y'all had the ball at the end of overtime number 1. And y'all had a shot to win the game at the end of overtime number 2, and y'all failed. There's no protest needed. Win the game. Y'all was up 20.
The bag, bro.
Y'all were up 20.
Let it go.
No replay.
Like, we're going to just talk about all y'all crying. Because when y'all put out the report, yeah, we did some extensive research and the Warriors got away with fouls in the game.
There were 81 foul calls.
20,000 three-pointers. You missed 20,000 three-pointers, bro. You lost.
26 in a row.
It's new shiny. Turn this sideways and shove it up your candy. Shut up! Like you're complaining so much. And what are you gonna complain about next? Because you're still gonna go to the playoffs and lose. Because y'all gonna have Harden just out there dribble. Oh, Westbrook dribble, pull up 3 from Westbrook.
Yeah, we've seen that movie before.
We're tired of it, bro. We're tired of it, bro.
And quietly, with all of this crying that they're doing, they're sweeping under the rug the fact that Russell Westbrook is having his worst season probably since his rookie year. Now, mind you, they're still winning right now. Yeah, we can bring the stat. We can even put the stats up at the bottom, whatever. But the Rockets, man, like just play ball, bro. Just play ball. Y'all have one of the best scorers in NBA history on y'all team. And y'all halfway discredit that by doing stuff like this. Y'all getting y'all own way. Just play ball, man. Nobody want to hear the whining about, oh, we got all these calls missed against us and, you know, they messed up this on the dunk. Guess what? Even without that dunk, y'all were still up and y'all still had a chance to win the game and y'all didn't do what y'all were supposed to do with it. It's y'all fault, man. Hold the L, like my man said.
Hold it, bro. Like, hold it, bro. Like what? What you want them to replay? Let y'all replay every game y'all lose? Do y'all want an 82-0 record?
Because the way I see it, if you were supposed to let them replay that game, you basically can let any team that has been down or been up anything between 15 and 20 points and blew a lead to replay the game. What we gonna do? Let the Warriors replay every game 5 through 7 on the year they lost from being up 3-1? Is that what y'all
okay? Let me say this. Okay, y'all replay the game. James Harden tears something. I'm gonna knock on wood later. Then how dumb are you gonna look? Well, we replayed the game and won, but we lost our best player because we
now can we replay this and go back in the time machine so James doesn't get hurt?
Like,
come on,
shut up, man. Like, stupid. Take your L.
Hold it.
Sleep with it. Bathe with it.
All of it.
Take it for a walk. Because it's yours. You lost, bro. And it's the beginning of the season.
Well, I mean,
good Lord.
Now the one thing that I kind of understand about them being a little and their feelings about the losses. That every win and loss in the Western Conference matters, but you also should have thought about that when you were blowing a lead to a Spurs team that nobody thinks is good right now. Y'all fault.
You were up 20, bro.
Yeah. But wrapping this one up, NBA we'll definitely get back into next week. Probably a little bit of an update on kind of where our thoughts are on the MVP race, since we'll also be giving you guys a Christmas Day preview. Gotta look forward to those games. Of course, everybody's got their calendars marked for Lakers Clippers again. I think, who did the Bucks play? The 76ers that day?
I don't know. I have to look at the schedule.
We'll definitely take a look at the schedule and kind of update.
I know most people are just really waiting for the Clippers Lakers game.
It's true. But either way, we'll preview the NBA slate for Christmas Day. We'll run through MVP predictions and kind of where we see the race shaking out as of right now. We'll also probably go into some too soon, like playoff types of predictions, things like that. But until then, y'all know what it is, man. 2-on-1.
We also might talk about Zion and that situation too. But I gotta give a shout out to somebody before this is over. Anthony Lamont Davis. I don't even know if your middle name is Lamont.
He looks like a Lamont.
And your middle name might be T'Challa.
Either way.
Because, boy,
that's a bad man.
You put up a 50 piece?
That's a bad
Carl
man.
Anthony Neighborhoods. That's what you called him earlier?
Yeah, Carl Anthony Neighborhoods. You don't get towns right now. Carl Anthony Neighborhoods. Because guess what? Anthony Davis came and moved into your block and snatched up every piece of property you had. Oh, you got 15 keys in that bag right there?
Yeah. Run that. Yeah. Boy, he went all around your Monopoly board, stopped at go, took a nap, and went back through it. But he gave you a 50 piece.
50 piece.
Extra crispy.
Extra crispy.
With some Mardi Gras mustard.
Sweet heat. Cajun sparkle. He gave you all the sauces, fixings, sides, everything. Gave you a full course meal.
He gave you some mac and cheese too.
Look, Anthony Davis is a bad man. Defensive player of the year, if I had to vote. Got the Lakers sitting pretty right now, man. Shout out to AD.
He was crazy. He's actually in talks to win Defensive Player of the Year and MVP, and we ain't seen that since Jordan. That's really good.
That's really
but
good.
On that note, folks,
we'll be back.
We'll be back, man. Appreciate y'all coming out, checking us out.
Like, subscribe, all
hit
of that.
the noti bell. 2-on-1. This is only the beginning. Shout out AD.
Shout out.
Cat, get in the weight room, bro. Sorry.
Stop acting like a cat.